Hello, my name is Talia and this game is Death and Taxes. And with this one I'm going to try something a bit different. I've never done audio description, but I wanted to try sort of describing this as I play so that you don't even need to see the screen to figure out what's going on. So right now we are at the intro and it is sort of in cartoon format, so there's a frame inside of I'm not sure what this is, kitchen or storage room. There's a table with some stuff on it and some cupboards on the right. Next one, there's a guy coming in the door, and in the next one it shows him close up. He's holding a book and the text says Fate, Keeper of World Order, and the guy is in grey suit, yellow bow tie and glasses. In the next picture we have the table. There's a jar with eyes on it and there's a skull, some papers, and there's a book. Can't read it. And then next row, even closer look at the guy. And then outside of the, showing the front of the house, he's coming out of the door. And now he's crossing a road, and this is like the Beatles album cover. There's four of the guy. It's showing his progress across the street. And in the next picture he's going into a market. Now he's waiting in a line. Someone taps his shoulder. And another close-up, there's flames in his glasses and the whole picture is sort of red shades, so I guess he's angry. Then coming out of the market, getting back into the same building, and now is that a cauldron? I think it is. He's standing by it, book in the hand and the other hand extended. It's showing some symbols, and there's red liquid in the cauldron and a skull coming out of the liquid. The Grim Reaper, you. The picture shows the skull, like the person. The head is a skull and he's wearing dark suit, and I suppose this is we can change the appearance of the Grim Reaper, but I think I'm going with the default. Skull, yellow glowing eyes, dark grey suit, even darker tie, white shirt, and a label pin to what's the thing Reapers use? The farming tool, scythe. Yeah, two of those crossed. So what happens next? Begin the bureaucratic afterlife. So we choose yes.
Finally, the new spawn has awoken.
So here we have the same guy in yellow bow tie behind a desk. There's a book in front of him and ink bottle and feather in it, and he's holding cat and he's petting it. It's like there's 2/3 of the screen is on the left is black, and the picture of the guy is there 1/3 there on the right, and then we select continue to get the next piece of dialogue.
What a momentous day. I am honored to welcome you into our world. Spawn... Hang on. Spawn number 6, 9.
Okay, continue.
I am Fate. I am the keeper of world order.
So now we have 4 choices for an answer. Where am I? What is this?
Straight to the point. Great. You are in my office, here to work as a Grim Reaper.
Continue.
Welcome to your new job as an overseer of Cosmopolis City Subdivision 4, the Sun County Wine Region.
Continue.
I know what you are thinking, and yes, your assignment is choosing humans who have to die. Pretty standard stuff.
Continue.
As it is your first day, try to get to know the system, and do not destroy the world, yes? Gallows humor, you see? Right, yes. Clear?
Okay, now we have choices for an answer. Will I get paid for this?
Most certainly. The contract stipulates that every death gets a fair salary based on their performance accuracy.
Continue.
Marking profiles correctly is the most important task. If you mark more or less than necessary, you will not get your fee at all.
Continue.
Errors in secondary tasks will reduce the total even if the primary task is executed correctly.
Continue.
Remember, the fate of the world lies in your hands. Humans march towards the great dying. They always teeter on the precipice, creating endless chaos.
Continue.
We keep humans from falling off. We establish the equilibrium and keep the chaos in check. For that reason, your actions will have consequences.
And now we have choices for an answer. Why me?
Because someone has to. Come along. I will now show you your workplace.
Continue.
One more thing. This will be your 7-day evaluation period. When the week is done, you will be assessed.
And I forgot to mention, the reason why the screen is arranged this way is that his dialogue is shown in yellow on that black background, and then the answer choices are shown below that when there are some, but now we continue.
1 week to show us what you are made of, Reaper.
Continue. Screen goes black. Now we have a desk, and on the desk there is a fax machine and Cerberus's Den video soul open on weekends, so that's business card, I suppose. And we can move the stuff around, and when I click the card it says, oh, this looks interesting. Then we have a pen. There's a skull with crossbones on the pen. There's a paper that says read this, and it's a letter. Welcome, Grim. Here are the files on humans who are in life-threatening situations within your domain. I am granting you time to settle in, so no difficult rules and requests as of today. Quota for the day: 1 human has to die. Send me the files by fax after you have made your decision. Good luck on the first day. Fate. Okay, and there are 2 profile cards here on the desk, so I guess those, one needs to die and one gets to live. But first I'm going to check. So the text for the letter is my instructions for the day, and then there's a drawer. I wonder what's inside. It's empty, and another drawer, and it's empty. I suppose I can put stuff in there if I need to. But let's see the profiles. Sanyu Furaha, 55, shopkeeper. Frustrated with the bland condiment selection at the local grocery stores, Sanyu opened a shop to sell specialty cooking ingredients. Now people can cook dishes originating from all around the globe. And there's a picture. She is a woman, dark-skinned, black hair. And the other one is Philip Harms, 20, student. Philip is a very random guy, meaning they enjoy chaotic and odd behavior. For example, they love playing pranks their friends. Shouldn't it be? I think it should be they love playing pranks on their friends and conducting occult rituals. They also have a personal catchphrase of "stay out of harm's way," and they are fond of animal skulls. And this is probably a white guy, short dark hair. And now I need to decide which one lives and which one dies, I think. So pick up the pen, and there are 2 boxes on the profile. One says live, one says die. So I think I'm letting this spice seller live, like at least she is in some way a productive member of society, and the prankster can go. So he'll die. And then putting profile back. There's also a mobile phone. I have a phone at least, good for procrastinating and scrolling through Corker. So I wonder what that is. Let's see, there's nothing on the phone. It says 9:47 time and 66% charge, but can't do anything with it. So I guess that's it for the day. I have marked the profiles, so then I'll just... So when I take the cursor on top of the fax machine, it says Deus Fax Machina. I need to use this to end my shift. Why do they still use these? And interacting with that, do you want to confirm your choices? Yes. So now the profiles disappear, and we change scene. We are in the building. There's in an elevator in the building, so it's sort of side view of the building. We can see the different rooms, and it's grayscale. But going to the top floor, Fate's office is colored, so I guess we can go in there to end the day.
Oh, the new death spawn. Welcome. How was your first day?
So this is the same view. Fate on the right and the black part on the left, showing the text. And what do we say about this? There are 4 options. It's okay, I guess.
Good, good. I understand it may take time to get acclimated. Everyone goes through that phase.
Continue.
Remember, lives are on the line.
Continue.
I see exactly 1 person perished today, as tasked. Did you figure out the best choice?
There are options for the answer, but, well, the best. There were only 2 options.
Indeed. I am glad you are paying attention. In the future, I may require you to make more difficult choices.
Continue.
Such is the unfortunate, indisputable, incontrovertible, ironclad law of cosmos. Questions?
Now there are only 2 options. Let's see. I still don't understand what exactly I'm supposed to do.
You are to mark the profiles I send you with the marker of death, choosing who lives and who dies.
Continue.
Afterwards, you fax the files back to me. Any specific daily requirements will be noted in the letter. Not that difficult, yes?
Continue.
A new day awaits. Off you go now.
Continue. And now we are back in the elevator. Got 300 coins. And let's see, going down. So there's personal quarters that's shown in color. I can go in there, but can I go anywhere else? So going down. Okay, the basement. Mortimer's shop. That's shown in color. So...
What ho, customer! Welcome to Quartermaster Mortimer's Plunder Emporium. As ye may guess, I am Mortimer. The Mortimer. The one you may have heard of. The famous, nay, infamous Quartermaster.
So Mortimer is a skeleton dressed in sort of pirate clothes. There's a tent, some barrels and trunks, and that's the right half of the screen, and on the left half there's a big picture of a trunk and some stuff in it. But first we need to answer to Mortimer. There are 3 options. What makes you infamous?
Why, I was the very pirate king of lore, feared across the world. Even as I have grown most humble with age, I still carry within me glory days.
And 3 options. Sure, okay.
Mehaps the wares of me emporium will impress ye more. Browse at your will.
So now I have 300 coins. There is Boo, the gerbil widget, 200 coins. A perfectly regular sized toy gerbil made out of rubber. And the next one is Threnody to Desolation widget, 1800 coins. Peculiar flex twirl disquietingly inside this glass globe, never settling. In the middle of the storm stand figures too difficult to discern. Everything seems to be in a state of constant transfiguration. And it is basically a snow globe. There's a house, trees, some people, some clouds on the background. And the third item, Academic Visage, clothing, 200 coins. A pair of sleek, stylish modern glasses that grant pleasant face to wear and make me look wicked smart. Way smarter than the boss, you know? So it's just glasses, black and red. So I don't want the gerbil or the glasses, and I can't buy the snow globe, so we'll go back to the menu. Back to the menu? Is this a menu? We are back in the elevator. So the rooms are there on the right side and the elevator is on the left side. And the only other place we can go to is personal quarters. And it faded through black back in the elevator. Now personal quarters are grayscale, so can't go there. And well, the only thing that is, we can go to Mortimer's shop or we can go to the Grimm office. It is basically looks a bit like a library. There are tall bookshelves and 3 desks, and there's a skeleton guy in a robe. But let's get in there. We are back at the desk. And now the mobile is ringing. What does it say? Science Today. Black magic is a danger to the youth. And now Grimm is saying, I wonder if I'm making a difference. So there are coins on the desk. Shiny. I guess I could put them in the drawer. They won't be there. Is my money wailing? And the drawer is good for organizing stuff. So today we have 3 profiles and there's a letter. Morning Grimm, I hope you found your accommodations adequate. Here are the rules of the day. Follow them and you will be okay. I am handing you another simple task. Quota for the day. 1 human with an engineering or industrial background has to die. Business as usual. Fate. So engineering or industrial background. Let's see. The first one is Natsume Okazaki. And yeah, I'm butchering these names. Can't help it. So Natsume Okazaki, 32, construction overseer, aspiring architect, and female, dark hair, I suppose Asian, based on the name. Construction, it's the lifeblood of any advanced civilization. High rises strewn across the horizon, truly a glorious sight. But we can do better, that's what Natsume thinks at least. Lately they've started researching more ecologically sound architecture, what some might call arcologies. So that is engineering or industrial. But the next profile, Umberto Primo, 38, automotive engineer. That's a black guy. Umberto doesn't really have much to do these days at the manufacturing plant, as automation has made car building much faster and more efficient. Mostly they look at computer screens, checking for errors. At home they love tinkering with their old 77 Dio Pulsar. Okay, that is engineering or industrial. Hakan Radetsky, 57, streetcar operator. And that is bald guy. Are those glasses? So these pictures are very pixelated. It's hard to sort of make sense of the people, like see any specific details. But yeah, there's those surroundings on his eyes are probably glasses. When younger Hakan was a driver of both ambulances and fuel trucks for the military. Now they drive a streetcar all across Cosmopolis City and have driven it for almost 3 decades. In their spare time they watch a lot of television and solve all sorts of crosswords and puzzles. So streetcar operator, engineering or industrial, I think it's a stretch. So it needs to be one of the others. So I'm letting this one live, and which one of these other two? So this Natsume was making ecologically sound architecture, and the other one is just building faster and more efficient cars. Checking for errors. Well, yeah, while you might say that the other one, the ecologically sound stuff, is more important, if this guy is at a plant making cars and he is checking for errors, if he's not there, that might be a problem. This is a bit difficult choice. Like, these are both important people. I would basically get rid of that streetcar driver, but can't really say it's engineering or industrial job. So yeah, it needs to be construction overseer, aspiring architect. That's Natsume, and Umberto is automotive engineer. So more ecological structures or making sure cars don't fail. Yeah, I don't know. These are both important. Should we sort of consider this the greater good? Sort of ecologically building stuff is maybe, so in long term, more important. Umberto gets to die and Natsume gets to live. And I'm sure this is going to cause problems, but I'm sure it would be causing problems if Natsume dies. So it's going to be a problem either way. So let's go for the long-term good. And then we can call it a day. Fax the profiles. Do you want to confirm your choices? Yes. And I guess we'll be finding out later what went wrong. We are back in the elevator. Do we go to Fate's office? Yes, looks like it. It's colored.
Grim, how was the second day on the job?
Well, bad. Really bad.
It saddens me to hear that.
Continue.
So, did you follow the rules properly?
I did.
Great. Yes, everything looks to be in order.
Continue.
Continue the good work, and do not let tough choices get you down.
Sounds great.
Great indeed. We could use more spawns with your attitude.
Continue.
Rest well. You will need it. See you soon.
Continue. And now there's a blue text. The cat purrs softly. So I guess this is for if you can't hear. So that's a good idea. And 300 coins. Should I go? Now I can go to personal quarters, or I can go to Mortimer's shop. Let's see.
Jolly Roger! Again ye honor me tiny abode with your visit.
So we have different items. Cactus, widget. Cactus, the most brutal of plants. It's 800 coins, so not enough, and I don't need it. And then there is the snow globe and a cursed gourd clothing. So that's, what's a gourd? That looks like pumpkin. Autumn falls. This elegant countenance is meant to be worn for celebrations during the gloomiest time of the year. It really brings out the eyes, those deep, soulless, empty, dark eyes. And it's 400 coins. I could buy it, but I'm not buying clothing because I want that snow globe. So I'm calling it snow globe because the actual name is too hard to pronounce. But now I guess we are going back to personal quarters to end the day. And once again, fade through black. We are in the next day, back in the elevator. So let's go up first. Fate is not in the office. Yeah, so it looks like you can go to Mortimer's shop and the Grim office. So let's go to the office, back at the desk, and 5 profiles. So now the mobile phone is going to tell us something. Tomorrow science. Archaeology is still science fiction, a dream of the future, but we may be getting closer with every passing day. So that is the female. That was the profile. And another one, Crow News. Gruesome accident at the car manufacturing plant as malfunctioning construction bot crushes engineer. Okay. And then we have more coins on the desk. I think I'm moving them into the drawers. It's like getting them out of the way. Oh, I'm not going to pick the pen. Put the coins in the drawer, and now the rules. There's a paper saying the rules, and it's the letter Morning Grim. A new day dawns. You ought to know the drill by now, but just in case, here is another simple one. No special requests today. Try to follow the rules and choose the appropriate profiles, then send them to me by fax. Quota for the day. 2 humans have to die. Keep up the good work. Fate. So who are these humans? Let's see. Rico Puppy on 34. Email scammer. Oh, I don't think this is gonna be a hard one. So that's a guy, and can't say. Maybe white, maybe not. Dark hair and beard, and yeah, looks like someone who would be a scammer. Rico has built a fully automated spam bot sending thousands of emails a day, offering people riches beyond their wildest dreams, only if they share their credit card information first. It's a numbers game, so they succeed from time to time. yeah, I think this is fairly sure, but let's check the others first. Leo Bocharsky, 67, politician. And yeah, this guy looks like your typical politician. So Leo has been in politics for over 40 years, and in that time they've worked hard on relaxing the government's meddling in the real estate market. Although nobody has found proper proof, there have been rumors that Leo has taken many bribes from a number of realtor agencies. Well, he is a very good candidate. Arkadiusz Nowitzki, 22, field hand. Arkadiusz lives the life country musicians always brag about having. Blue denim jeans, red truck, and closeness to earth. Still, an oddly large amount of their time is spent with the scarecrow. They like drinking cheap and watery beer. Well, a blonde-haired guy, 22, yeah, well, I guess that would go for 22. Yeah, and basically looks like what the description would make you think. And when Columba Hunter, 47, airplane pilots. Yeah, pilot's cap, glasses, very square jaw, and white teeth. So could be from an airline commercial. Columba is a distinguished war veteran, these days working as a well-regarded passenger airplane pilot. They're happily married and have 5 children. As a hobby, Columba is extremely interested in the history of religious buildings. Yeah, I think this one is going to live, no matter what. I can already mark that. Andreas Katasoukas, I think 63, veteran. A dark-haired guy with a beard and graying hair. Andreas is traumatized veteran of the Marisola Peninsula conflict, now living on the streets. They are very good with animals and are staunch vegetarian, even while being in the rough. Sometimes one has just seen too much suffering and death. Well, he's gonna live. So the scammer is gonna go and the politician is gonna go, and this country music guy is going to live. And that is all for those. So is there anything else? I don't think so. We can call it a day. Fax the profiles, confirming, yes. And then we'll see what happens. Back in the elevator. Should I go? Yes, first we are going to Fate's office.
Grim, my latest spawn. 3 days you have been with us. How do you feel?
So the picture on the left it's staying the same with Fate and his cat. Now, what do we answer? Fine, more or less.
Good. One has to focus on their tasks and avoid needless emotionality. It helps maintain composure in our stressful line of work.
Continue.
Now, let me take a look at the files you sent in today.
Continue.
Right. Everything looks to be in order. You have followed the rules and marked the correct amount of profiles.
Continue.
There really is not much else to say. You may leave. See you tomorrow.
Continue. And once again, we are back in the elevator. 300 coins. And should we go and check Mortimer? Like, the items change. So
Prepare for a perilous adventure on the ocean of quality merchandising.
So there is ephemeral mortality widget. 600 coins. A coin, the thing which usually makes up the largest portion of any buried treasure. And I have 900 coins, so I could. But then there is the snow globe, and I think, okay, the third one is Unholy Smokes clothing, 200 coins. A visage which is in equal parts bold, gruff, smooth and cool, straight from the old days when expensive advertising told me smoking was cool. So I'm leaving the clothing items. I'll need to get the other stuff first. And yeah, I would like to have the coin, but I also want this snow globe. So maybe I'm just letting it be, collecting more coins before buying anything. But I will be coming back here probably each day just to see what the items are. But now we are going back to personal quarters. And it's the next day, back in the elevator. Where do we go? Well, there's somebody in Fate's office, but we can't go in there. So let's go into the Grim office. And now we are at the desk. There are more coins on the... Okay, what does the mobile say? Cronius all survived in a plane crash due to skillful efforts of pilot. Good. Cronius, local politician dead after being struck by a car. Police have not yet ruled out a deliberate hit. And Culture Mag, mandolin band formed by local farm workers going on their first national tour. And Galaxy Brain, black holes set to end all life. Oh, there's a question mark. Okay, so it's just sensational fear-mongering. Tomorrow Science interviewing the intrepid crew exploring the depths of the ocean. I don't think this has anything to do with the previous day's profiles. So now I'm putting the coins back again into the drawer, just collecting them there, keeping the desk clean. I suppose I could put that Cerberus Den card in the drawer as well. And now there's Open Me. These are the instructions. Grim, have you looked outside today? It rains. It has been raining for hours. Appropriate to accompany the despondence within me. Well, here are some rules for you. Quota for the day. 3 humans have to die. Another day, another death. Fate. And there are 5 profiles. So, let's see. Gordy Freiheit, 38, unemployed. Gordy says they are a physicist because they used to work in a physics lab. In truth, they spent all of their time at the warehouse opening crates with a crowbar. They were fired after breaking an ampoule of the rare HL 3.0 compound the lab had been expecting for nearly 2 decades. So this is guy with glasses, dark hair, beard, sort of look like a guy who would be a scientist, but yeah, I think he's a good candidate. Ishit Malik, 39, dairy farmer, and that sort of blonde hair, full beard, looks a lot older than 39, I would say. Issue noticed the cows were acting strange. Then the milk started getting a green tinge and the taste could only be described as like licking a battery. Despite the protest of their spouse, they're always keen to investigate any and all oddities life throws their way. Well, that's nothing malicious. So, let's see. Evelyn D. Space, 31, submarine commander. That's a white female, blonde hair. Well, looks 31, I'd say. In their youth. Oh, in their youth. Are you implying she's old? 31. In their youth, Evelyn read the works of Anwar Jules, author of many fantastical adventure novels. Inspired by the novel The Teenage Commander, they decided to become one, a commander, that is, themselves, and drive thousands of leagues under the sea. And they did. I think submarine commander probably should live. Let's see. Matthias Uliam, 18, student. It has been said that Matthias talks too much. However, they themselves think they may not be talking enough at all. Space radiation is their passion and they are endlessly fascinated by black holes. Should we let this guy live? There was that black hole thing in the mobile phone. So, dark skin, young guy, dark short hair, glasses, and I think that's a t-shirt. Yeah, I am thinking this might be the other one to survive. And Oscar Warburg, 34, military chaplain, dark skin, dark hair, round glasses, and well, I guess that looks like 34. Oscar joined the armed forces to help soldiers in and outside combat situations by providing moral, sometimes even psychological support. Most of their time is spent at the military hospital, providing aid for injured soldiers. They recently adopted a puppy from a combat zone. Grim, I am what? From a combat zone? Grim, I am watching you. You should mark this profile to live. Fate. Oh, okay, so that wasn't part of the description. This is Fate's comment. But if this one lives, then the submarine commander, like, yeah, this student fascinated by black holes, he's definitely going to live, since I think there's something about those black holes. But now, well, I am going to go by the book. So this military chaplain is going to live if fate says so. That means Gordy, unemployed physicist, is going to die. And the dairy farmer is going to die. And the submarine commander. And I suppose this is going to have consequences. But yeah, the student, and he's the youngest. So youngest, and there's that black hole thingy, so I'm letting him live, and then we'll fax the profiles, and I suppose next day we'll see what happens. Confirming the choices. So now we get back to the elevator, and I suppose we are going to Fate's office. Yes, it is shown in color.
Grim, there you are. Let us be quick.
Continue.
All the profiles are here, just as requested. Excellent work.
Continue.
You even adhered to my little test note. I commend you for exhibiting vigilance.
Continue.
I am beginning to sense a tinge of pride growing within me. I did not expect you to turn out such a good and dedicated Reaper.
Continue.
If you keep this up, you will get far. You may be even promoted to a middle management position. Imagine the possibilities.
Continue. The cat emits a delayed meow at the prospect. Continue.
Anyway, I am quite busy tonight, so you can go. Until tomorrow, Grim.
Continue, and we are back in the elevator. 300 coins. Let's go to the basement to see Mortimer.
What ho! How can me humble and not at all adventurous self assist you today?
So we have the cactus, 800 coins. I have 1200 now. Next one is aphotic reflector widget, 200 coins. A looking glass gazing ultimately deep into the abyssal depths of the underworld. It reflects everything. Well, mostly just you. It's 200 coins. I am tempted. And the Plague Doctor clothing, 800 coins. Sporting a super stylish beak, the mask hails from an era of epidemics, where physicians with little to medical expertise try to alleviate the suffering of the inflicted. An ill-omened, but it really fancies up my visage. So, no clothing, but should I get that reflector? It puts me back a bit, but I'm buying it. Yes.
Oh, 'tis wondrous marvel. Once upon me and me crew sailed the southern seas and came across an accursed lighthouse. Plundered the lot of it, even the mirrors. Built the frame from beautiful driftwood washed ashore from the ship we rammed into. Covered it in all gold, too, course. Aye, a proper beauty.
Okay, so now I have 1000 coins left and going back. Now we are going to the personal quarters, I think. So now there is the personal quarters. There's 2 rooms, and the first one was grayscale previously. Now it is colored like the bedroom. The bedroom has wardrobe, bed, and small table by the bed and lamp. And in the first room there's a dresser, and there's a box on top of the dresser, says Mortimer's. So now we press the square for dressing room. So now it goes to a different screen. It's the mirror we purchased, and now it gives us options for hats. Do I want to get a hat? There are several different hats, and then there are the same options for a head as at the beginning, and we can change the suit, but I think, well, I could take this, otherwise same but light blue shirt. Just another job, it says there, under the mirror, and up there it says Bonehead. So those are the names for these. Yeah, there's Poltergeist, the head that's sort of not invisible but see-through like a ghost, and blue eyes, and it's in blue shade. And then there is I Am Pretty. This has makeup, sort of not quite clown makeup, but that style, and golden. The skull is yellow, and there are dollar signs in the eyes. And then the next one has some drawings in blue and red. Yeah, but let's go back. So now I should be going to personal quarters and then get to the next day. But I think this is all for this time. I'll continue in another video.